Good evening, class. Online class, is the AV working? Online class? Okay. So we'll start with Polity and Governance Current Affairs. Topics for the day are Relief Scheme, Supreme Court status on religious conversion, North-South divide and delimitation, Punjab Rajasthan water disputes, and your UN report on child mortality. Okay. First one is Relief Scheme and P&I Club. Okay. So what has happened means now you all know that Iran wala issue. So let's say this is Iran, this is Oman, this is your Strait of Hormuz. Say this is India. In between there is only one country, Pakistan, but still for difference purpose I have made this. So what happens is with respect to India, okay, if shipping has to happen, okay, we know that oil comes from West Asia. This entire block is called as West Asia. Oil comes from West Asia to India. That is what you have seen about your Strait of Hormuz. But also one more thing about your Strait of Hormuz is this connects a lot of shipping transit from India to Europe and from Europe to India. It can go through another route also via your Red Sea, okay, but this region is controlled by your Yemen. Okay, Yemen are your fellow Shiite. Okay, Iran is Shiite people, means same supporters are Yemen. Now your Yemen has also told with regarding to your Iran crisis, if USA tries to attack Iran, then we will block this Red Sea area. With both these happening in junction, what happens means all the trade from India is getting affected. Because if trade from India has to go to the other half of the world, the west, it has to go through two ways. One is Hormuz, one is Red Sea. Now both are getting blocked. This put together is called as West Asian crisis. Because of West Asian crisis, what is happening means whenever ships or boats are going through these routes, okay, they are now, as of now, Indian ships are not shorted, but what is happening means the ships are stranded. They are not able to enter this nor exit from here. All the goods that people would have exported is still lying here only. Most of the time what is happening means in this, the ships are being shorted accidentally or even intentionally. Or there is also another case where their goods are getting submerged into the sea. In order to deal with all this issue, India, in order to deal with its MSME sectors, micro, small, medium enterprises, they are the whole point of their livelihood is exports. And also they are not large companies but very small chunk companies. For them, they have introduced insurance. Okay. Before the war, they would get 100% of the insurance of their products, and after the war, they are getting 95% of the insurance. That is what we are calling in the name of relief scheme. Alongside that, the ships which are there, okay, your P&I club means not just the products are insured, but also the ships, the ship ka crewmen, people operating in the ships, everyone are insured. Okay, this is your relief scheme and P&I club. Understanding? Relief scheme stands for Resilience and Logistic Intervention for Export Facilitation. This is launched by your Ministry of Commerce and Industry. What is the objective? Support Indian exporters, especially your MSME sector during your West Asian crisis. Focus on MSME exporters, maritime risk and export insurance. How much are they planning to spend on this? In total, about your 500 crores or 497 crores. How they are going to support is through credit insurance support. ECGC Limited, Export Credit Guarantee Corporation Limited. Done? Shall we move ahead? No. What is the need for this scheme? It is because West Asia conflict is disrupting the shipping of India, and largely your MSME sector is the one that is getting affected because they don't have any insurance for them. So in this they are trying to issue premium. What happens means, if normal shipping companies, they are already taking too much money from MSME people. MSME people can't afford this insurance, so government is wanting to give it to them. Also, the export consignments which are stranded or at high risk are also receiving, that is, which are already in the sea. Those products also are getting your insurance benefits. The most affected is your MSME sector. That is why this is focused only for MSME sector. Then we'll move ahead. Now, under this, they are trying to implement it in three parts. How is it? First, for exporters already insured under ECGC, Export Control Guarantee, pre-disruption premium rates will be applied. That is, those who are already gone, okay, to the export destinations. Now, for them, they already had insurance cover under ECGC. Means for them, before war, whatever rate was there, that only should apply now also. So, from which period? From 14th February to 15th March 2026. That is, your 28th February is when the attack happened on Iran. So, before that, 14th February to 28th February, whatever rates was there, that same will continue for 15th March also, and after that also for them. Okay, their coverage is up to 100% loss because of the war risk. Now, the second, for new exporters, here new exporters is only MSME sector. Okay, this should not be energy export. Energy export means oil exports. Apart from oil, if they are exporting, India doesn't have oil, so it is not exporting oil. This will not apply to us. From 16th March to 15th June 2026, coverage will be up to 95%. Okay. Then lastly, now for those of them, MSME exporters who don't have at all any insurance whatsoever, for them 50 lakh rupees per exporter is covered under this relief scheme. Done? Okay. Now, to which areas is it covered? It is only covered if your export is to any of these Gulf countries. UAE, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Qatar, Oman, Bahrain, Iran, Iraq, Israel and Yemen. All the provisions apply to MSME sectors in these countries if you are exporting or your shipment is already stranded there. Done? Next is your P&I club or Protection and Indemnity Club. This is what India wants for its maritime security. What is this? Mutual insurance of ship owners. Okay. What does this mean? It's a non-profit maritime insurance system where it uses third-party liability, which means not just the goods are secured, but the crewmen, the people involved with it are also covered. So, what is the coverage risk? Crew injury, death, oil pollution liability, cargo damage, ship collision, wreck removal and legal liabilities. All of these are covered. In normal maritime insurance, these are not covered. Only it is covered here. And also with respect to international group of P&I clubs, large amount of countries have this. India is also now wanting this, seeing the disruption. Okay. Why India wants domestic P&I club? Because of rising West Asia's tension, Strait of Hormuz risk, high foreign insurance cost which is charged on Indian MSME sector. But if we had our own domestic P&I, then it would be reasonable for our people. And also shipping security and maritime autonomy. We control what goes from our country and what comes into our country. That is called as maritime autonomy. Then we'll see one question on this. With reference to relief scheme, consider the following statements. It is launched by Ministry of Finance. It provides credit insurance support to exporters facing maritime risks. The scheme is implemented through ECGC Limited. So, only 2 and 3 are correct. What is it? It's a non-profit organization. Second topic, Supreme Court status and religious conversion. That is SC status and religious conversion, Supreme Court verdict. This becomes very important for you, for interview also, for mains also. Done? Supreme Court has told few things. First listen to it like a story, will give you time to write down. Supreme Court has told SC status, scheduled caste status can be given only to people following these religions: Hinduism, Sikh or Buddhism. Okay. If anyone who has been a scheduled caste family or a Dalit family since generation, now what happens? Let's assume they get converted into other religions. Other religions means, for example, let's say Christianity, Islam, Judaism or your Zoroastrianism or any other religion apart from this. Okay, let's say a person is born into a SC family, Dalit family. His pura khandan, his full heritage has also been SC family only. Okay, they were under Hinduism. Now one person, what he does is he converts to this one of these religion. What Supreme Court has told means the second you convert from this religion to any of the non-religions, that is apart from these three, you convert to any of those, Christianity, Islam, Judaism, any of those, you will lose the scheduled caste status and protection. Also, remember, if any atrocities is done on your scheduled caste, they are protected through particular law, protection of civil rights law, even that also will cease to end. Okay, this is first thing. What is it? You will lose the SC status. Second condition is, let's assume you are still namesake in this religion, but you are following the practices or you are professing of these religions, then also you will lose the SC status because you are practicing other religions. If government would have told such a thing, we would have been like, ah, okay, government is being biased. But Supreme Court will not tell all biased stuff. Then why is Supreme Court telling like this? This will come as a question. That is because the Supreme Court has not told this just now. From very long time, it has been maintaining the same stance. For why it is telling means, what is this SC status? Scheduled caste. It is given to you based on a particular caste, because you belong to a particular caste. Yes. Now, in this concept, okay, you will get your government reservations, benefits, protection also. All this you will get. Now, the second you convert to these religions, especially these three religions, are extremely against the concept of caste. Okay, they do not believe in the concept of caste at all. So, if you are claiming you will convert into this religion, which totally tells there is no caste, how can you claim the benefits of a particular caste which is given in this particular religion? Okay, that is the reason why they have told you will convert to religion, you will lose the SC status, because the religion itself does not believe in caste. First thing. Second thing is, why was this provision given to this particular religions? Means it was not because you are born in particular clan or caste you are getting this. It is because of to remove something called untouchability. Your article 17, complete prohibition of untouchability is there. Now this untouchability concept was experienced in this religion only. It was not seen in any of these religions. Understanding? So the whole point of us giving all these benefits was to remove the historical injustice done to your untouchability. That is why we are giving it in the name of scheduled caste. These religions have no issues or had any history of untouchability, so why will we give? And also one more thing is, initially when this provision was there was something called as 1950 SC Act. According to that, initially only Hinduism was there in the list. Eventually, over amendment, your Sikhism and Buddhism was added. Understanding? Who can produce a list means it is president. Who can add these communities into the list means it is parliament. Understood? You can write down.
But untouchability exists in multiple forms now.
True.
So, like, if caste, changing the caste doesn't solve their problems also. So, how is it better?
So, see, the whole point is there are both arguments and let's say favor also for this. The whole point is some people are telling, irrespective of which caste they belong to, because of them historical injustice is always being done, whether they are being here or there. What judiciary is pointing out is, we are not giving it based on particular section of people, based on one person who or whose family has faced injustice. We are giving for a particular clan. In the history, the division of Varna system was your Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, and after the rise of empires, Magadha and all this thing is where your untouchability started with the discovery of iron. So there was an entire section called untouchables who came under Hinduism, who was treated badly. For that historical injustice is what we are targeting, not present societal disturbances. So it is not only to deal with present societal disturbances, it is only to deal with historical injustice.
Won't it add to caste rigidity?
Now caste rigidity it won't add, but what it would happen is, if at all, if the converts are added into scheduled caste list, okay, Most of the time it will be a huge burden on the reservation. Okay, now let's say you're going to give 15% reservation. The whole point of giving the reservation is to again erase the historical injustice. But if you add this, it is not like these people are facing historical injustice, but they are just wanting government benefits. So the whole point, reservation will get defeated. That is what they are telling. Okay, now this is for SC concept. Now let's say for ST, scheduled tribes. Okay, now they have told, if at all a scheduled tribe is of any particular religion, converts to another particular religion, his ST status will not be lost, provided that he still follows the customs and culture of his scheduled tribe. Understanding? So he has to not leave or alienate his forest land rights. He has to keep up with his culture, and despite whichever religion he converts into also, he will still retain his ST status. These changes are there only for SC. Done?
By not giving rights away, he has to live in that tribal area itself.
He has to live in the tribal area is one thing, or even if he goes away from tribal area, no? Let's say what exactly will he be getting as a non-tribal area person living? He will be working in some slums, all those things. Yes, his skill also is not very much matched. That time he will get ST rehabilitation. It is not that he is bound to be there. He has to still adhere to his let's say tribe's practices, but not necessarily he has to live there. This will be checked because the STs, if they are moving, they are not moving in one person or two person or one family. It will move as an entire group. For example, Narmada Bachao Andolan was there, no? In that, the entire chunk of STs who were there were to be uprooted. So for those entire people, that rules will apply, not for one or two person. Done? Supreme Court judgment in Chintada Anand versus State of Andhra Pradesh, where said a scheduled caste status will be lost immediately upon conversion to Christianity or Islam or Judaism or any other religion apart from Hinduism, Buddhism and Sikhism. Judicial case name here becomes important. They'll ask in the match the following questions. Done? According to Article 341, President is the one who will notify which is a scheduled caste. See, scheduled caste pe, there are two things you have to understand. There is a central list and there is a state list also. Parliament can include or exclude from the SC list. The SC status is state or union territory specific. Understand one thing, your SC list will be prepared one by the center, one by each respective state. Okay, whatever list is prepared by center, throughout India they have SC status only. Now, whereas certain states also have the aspect of creating SC list, OBC list, SC, ST, all those lists, right? In that, let's say Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh. In Karnataka, your ABC is given, ABC caste is given a SC status. That same ABC can be given a OBC status in Madhya Pradesh. Okay. So if you are going to claim for relaxations or any benefits, then you have to be from that state to claim SC list. Let's say you are from ABC caste, okay, but from Karnataka you have gone to Madhya Pradesh. You want to write Madhya Pradesh State Service Exam. You can't go to Madhya Pradesh and ask, I am SC in my state, so you also consider me under SC list. They will consider you under OBC list only. But let's say you are writing one UPSC exam. UPSC exam pe center told you are SC means you are SC only. State government pe only these rules will apply. So there is a separate SC list for center and separate SC list for state. Okay, based on their examinations, based on their employment, based on their education, these rules will apply. Okay.
Different commissions
It is all commission based recommendations only. So president is the one who will tell which is the schedule list, which schedule caste has to be added or removed from it. Parliament only can do that. You guys wanted to write that down? Okay. So according to your constitutional schedule caste order of 1950, only persons professing these three religions, Hinduism, Sikhism, Buddhism. Hinduism was there from your 1950 onwards. They added Sikhism into this list, schedule caste order. Okay, if you belong to this religion, then only you can get ST status, sorry, SC status. Sikhism was added in 56, Buddhism was added in 1990 by your parliament. Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Zoroastrianism and all, if you are converting, then you will lose your SC status. And what is the Supreme Court telling? Immediate loss principle they have introduced, where the day you get converted, from that day you will lose all the privileges. Okay, this applies to Christianity and Islam, irrespective of whichever caste you were born in. Let's say you, your family, everyone has born in Dalit caste also, but if you convert, you lose that. To which religion? Islam and Christianity. Does that mean that you can't reconvert back? There is one option, you can reconvert back to your religion, like your Hinduism, Sikhism or Buddhism, if you have to gain the benefits of SC, but there are certain conditions. Okay, what that is, I'll tell you. So professing religion is also brought about here. Remember I told you, you are from this religion, but you're practicing the other religions like Islam or Christianity, means that time also you will lose your status. Why? Because they officially don't recognize caste system. Understanding? So you cannot claim Supreme Court benefits while professing these religions. So once you lose SC status, means you cannot also get protection under SC/ST Protection Atrocities Act of 1985. Reservation benefits also you will not get. What is the reconversion rule? If you have to reconvert back to your SC status, means first it should be a genuine reconversion. That means you should not convert because of getting government benefits. Okay, how will they determine genuine reconversion? That will be followed by one particular thing called as caste community. That particular caste, either Hinduism or Buddhism or Sikhism, they'll have that community. They have to say, okay, this person is not practicing any other religion, he is practicing our community ka religion only, and he has given up that particular practices. He has genuinely converted to our religion, reconverted to our religion, and he is not at any point of time doing it only for the sake of reservation or benefits. Okay, so he has to follow his original caste customs. Here original caste customs means, all I am trying to tell, not the illegal ones, the legal ones. Okay, and he has to be accepted by the caste community, and they have to give one caste community certificate. When he gets that, with all this he can get reconverted back. All the religions have the concept of getting reconverted back into their religions. Now, with regarding to SC/ST, do you have religion restriction to SC? Yes, you have to belong to particular religion, then only you can claim SC status, but that is not there for ST. You can convert to any religion, your ST status will not be lost, provided that you still follow your adherence to your tribal community. Next, upon conversion they lose it, ST status continues. And also condition is, you must either profess Hindu, Sikh or Buddhism, you have to maintain tribal customs. That's it. So previous Supreme Court judgments was CM Arumurugan versus S. Rajgopal. Supreme Court told that reconversion was allowed with proof. Okay. In Susai versus Union of India case, Supreme Court denied the SC status to Dalit Christians. Okay. SC people who convert to Christians will not be given SC status. KP Manu versus Chairman Scrutiny Committee, Supreme Court stated that is SC status can be restored after reconversion. Done. Now, important things are your commissions. What commissions are there which has spoken about your scheduled caste status? Means your Kaka Kelkar committee, Mandal commission. The Mandal commission also spoke about your OBC 27% reservation 1992, all those things you know. Important thing is your Justice Rangnath Mishra committee, which recommended that give scheduled caste status irrespective of the religion, because there are many instances where when these people convert to any new religion, there also they are treated with some discrimination itself. And Justice KG Balakrishna committee has been the one who is currently examining the issue as to should we give religion neutral SC status. Done? Now, what are the arguments in favor of having your SC status for Dalit converts? First and foremost, they tell that double discrimination is there, irrespective of the fact whichever caste they belong to in their original religion. When they convert also in that new religion, they are still seen with discrimination only. Next, your caste discrimination continues after conversion. This applies to your ST and OBC where it is religion neutral. Same thing do it here also. And Article 14, Article 15 and Article 25, all these three are to be considered while granting this concept of ST status, SC status. Article 15 is non-discrimination on certain grounds. The certain grounds is religion, race, caste, place of birth. So consider that also. Article 14 is equality. Article 25 is freedom of religion. Clear? We'll move ahead. What are the arguments against adding such principle? That is continuing with the ongoing provisions. Reservation quota will further burden, because if we start adding all the converts back into the list, then that would be, let's say, the whole point of reservation will get diluted. Okay, and the whole point this was created was to address the untouchability system which was there in Hinduism. We should not spread it to other religion which didn't even have the concept of untouchability. And also, identification becomes difficult in non-Hindu religions, and this will lead to administrative complexity. These are the same principles that judiciary follows now and also government follows now. We'll see one possible question. With reference to scheduled caste status, consider the following statements. Scheduled caste status is notified under Article 341 of the Constitution. Only the President can add or remove caste from SC list. Excellent. President will only give the list. Addition, removal or modification is only via Parliament. Parliament can amend the SC list after presidential notification. Yes, first he has to give the notification. Addition or removal is by Parliament. So 1 and 3 only. Next, balancing the north-south divide in delimitation. Yeah, it is important in interviews. They'll ask you directly the question only. Do you think that these people should have religion neutral SC status? So whatever question you answer here, you have to take help of both the committees. Committees have told for this also, committees have told for that also. The same question they can ask in mains also. Critically evaluate. Okay. Balancing north-south divide and delimitation. Now, delimitation means, first foremost, what is the condition given in our constitution means every 10 years one census has to be conducted. Census means you will calculate how many people are living where and what is the strength of that particular land which is having that many chunk of people. And based on that you will divide the country into your something called as constituencies. Okay. So based on that you will divide the seat share. Your seat share or your country being divided into constituency, when we say country we mean Lok Sabha and your legislative assemblies. This is what we mean by country. Center, state. Now, census is conducted. How many people are living where? Okay, what is their concentration? The division of the country into constituency is made by delimitation commission. Okay, delimitation commission is there only for center, not for state. Now, this delimitation commission is a 3-member body, high powered body. First, there will be a chairman and 2 other members. The chairman will either be a retired or serving Supreme Court judge. The 2 other members are, one will be your election commissioner of India and one more will be state election commissioner of that particular state. This is what your delimitation commission comprises of. Understanding? So, you know census is conducted every 10 years. Based on the census data, delimitation will be done, that is dividing the country into constituencies. 1971 period of time, that is during your Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, they froze the Lok Sabha seats at 1971 level because of one thing, wanting to control the population. Okay, they told I am going to freeze Lok Sabha seats. Even if we do 1981 census, I will not change Lok Sabha seats. More the population, more the seats that particular state will get. But from now on, India population is rising very much. We have to somehow do something to control population. So, I am going to give you particular amount of years, 25 years time. All the state has to implement family planning, reduce the population, bring down the total fertility rates. This was told. Finally, 20-25 years over, now they saw that southern states have exceptionally managed their population control. Northern states, especially UP, Bihar, these areas have did very bad performance, meaning they have not did anything to improve the status of controlling family planning or your population control. So, what will this happen if they had to do in 2001, if Lok Sabha seats were to be given based on population, UP, Bihar who didn't do family planning operations will get higher seat share. The southern states which implemented this well will get lower seat share. So, it will be like punishing the southern states for following what the order was given. So, they didn't know what to do. Then at that point of time, they just told, no, we will not bring the delimitation concept now also. Instead, whatever limits were there here, let's say example, Tamil Nadu had 39 seats means, same 39 seats will continue, but within that district level alterations you can do. That is called internal restoration. That is, you will change the constituencies based on the number. But overall 39 seats cannot be changed. You can increase few districts, you can reduce few districts, that is up to you based on population. Then 2011, again same thing. Still the population has not come into control. Let's just reshuffle the same level. Finally, according to 86th Constitutional Amendment, they told that 2021 census had to be conducted in India. But because of COVID pandemic, we could not conduct it. So, they told 2026 census will be conducted. Based on that census, do the delimitation. This is what is given. Now, 2026 census is there, delimitation will happen. But the issue is even now if you see, UP, Bihar will still be the higher faring seats. Because population control did not happen like it happened for your southern seats. One example I will tell you how this will become unfair if they do this. Example, if they are going to increase the seat share just based on population, let's say UP has 200 seats means it will now get somewhere around 800 seats. Example I am telling you. Kerala which is having 50 states means it will only get 50 seats. There is 0% increase because it did very hard to maintain that population. Southern states all will get a reduced seat share. The states which did nothing for population improvement will get higher seat share. This is the issue that is happening, and this is why southern states are protesting. But what your center is telling means, see, we will make sure this is bound to happen, but here instead of it being 50, we will only make it like 100. That it has not told that, but it has told you will not be left out. We will make sure you will also be adequately compensated. What certain committees are telling means, don't make the delimitation strictly based on population only. That is the issue. No, population is the issue. Look about things such as your total fertility rate, how much economy they are contributing to the society. Okay, now let's say Kerala and your Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, all the states are contributing well to economy. Consider that also. Consider the HDI, Human Development Index also. Don't just give higher seat share to places where they are still bad in HDI indicator. Don't just give it to them because they are not contributing anything to economy. Do it on sensible basis. This is what they are telling. Understanding? Alongside this, when 2026 census will happen, they are thinking women reservation is there for 33%. No, this also the new seat share let us do is what they are thinking. Delimitation has to happen before 2029 elections. It will be based on 2011 census. Now this is proposed ideas, none of this is set in stone. Everything in here will be only speculative what we are discussing. Government has not come out and announced anything. This is also linked with Women Reservation Act of 2023, wherein you will increase the 33% reservation is there. No, that also should be included in the 2029 elections, which means women's seat share will also increase. Done? Now, what is the meaning of delimitation? Redrawing the boundaries of the constituencies for Lok Sabha and state legislative assemblies based on population. This is where they are showing the concerns. Why is it on population? Change it to different ways, so that time we can deal with the present situation. That is also a sensible way to do it, but they won't do it. So what is the principle of delimitation commission? One person, one vote and one value. Constitutional provisions, Article 82 tells that a delimitation has to be conducted after every census. Article 170 is for delimitation to be conducted for the state legislative assemblies. Delimitation commission only, yes. No. It is delimitation commission is appointed by the center, but that does it for both center and state. Article 327, Parliament has the powers to make laws on elections. Hello, online class. Okay. So, delimitation composition is 3-member body, either retired or Supreme Court Justice who is serving, one chief election commissioner or any election commissioner he may nominate if he is not able to do that, and state election commissioner of that respective state. None? Your delimitation commission up until now has been set up only 4 times, 52, 63, 73 and 2002. Because they had frozen the seats. No, there was no point of setting up delimitation commission. That is why they didn't set up further. So what are the powers? Whatever order is given, whatever report is given by delimitation commission, it is equivalent to a force of law, which means it cannot be questioned in a court of law. That is, courts can't unnecessarily question it. But recently one judicial case has also held that if at all the report is vague, arbitrary and violating constitutional provisions, then we will look into that. That is what they have told. Parliament or assembly cannot modify the order which is given by your delimitation commission. This is to make sure political interference should not be there in delimitation commission. So, This is the same story that I explained. 42nd Amendment of 1976, they froze the seat based on 1971 census because of population controls, and if they do further, the states which are implementing population control properly will be penalized. So that is why they froze the seat limit. 84th Amendment, they told the freeze will extend up until the first census which will be conducted in 2026. That is what will be happening now. 2002 commission told, I remember I told you, you don't have to change the seat, but internal reorganization happens. That is what 2002 commission told, delimitation commission.
How does center appoint delimitation commission? Like, what is the procedure?
Your delimitation commission is already, the two members I told you, no, so your chief election commissioner and state election commissioner are already appointed. Your sitting or retired Supreme Court judge will be picked by your collegium only. Yes. So the current proposal is the Lok Sabha seats, again only based on population wise, if we go, 543 seats will go on to 816 seats. Your increase will be above 50% if it is based on 2011 census. Women reservation 33 seats, your SC seats will increase from 84 to 136, ST seats will improve from 47 to 70 seats. The states in this which will be getting higher number of seats will be your northern states. Southern states will be affected very badly if we go on only based on population. So what is the north-south divide issue? Southern states are fearing that because we did the population control, now we will lose the seats. Our political voice will be reduced. Northern states will gain the states. Okay, their seat share will increase. This will lead to political imbalance and conflict federalism. You have heard cooperative federalism, right? But this will lead to conflict federalism. Okay, because you are suppressing the political voice of the states. And this also will lead to huge amount of fiscal imbalance because the southern states are not just claiming that they are doing population control, but they have actively contributed to the economy. So what are the solutions suggested? Take a weighted formula. Don't just go on population. Do it on population, human development index, total fertility rate, and also how much economy they are contributing. Strengthen the Rajya Sabha, because Rajya Sabha it is based on entire state control. So the voice of southern states also can be more represented in the Rajya Sabha, because Rajya Sabha is called as Council of States. Finance Commission report also take us to how much each state is contributing. Based on that also give them seat share. And next is bifurcation of large states. This they will never let it happen. The whole point they want is so that the state will have more strength. And another is transparent delimitation commission. Let it not be arbitrary or have any political interference. Done? We'll see one question. With reference to delimitation commission, consider the following statements. It is appointed by the President of India. It's because all the members are appointed by the President of India. Its orders have the same force of law. It is equivalent to the force of law. Its orders can be modified by Parliament. Neither Parliament nor state legislature have the power to modify its functions. So 1 and 2 only. Next, Punjab, Rajasthan water disputes. Okay. So the issue is presently Punjab Chief Minister has asked 1.1 lakh crore from Rajasthan for the dues it was supposed to pay for money and telling that I will not give you any more water. Now Rajasthan will look at this paying 1.1 lakh crore. As you take entire Rajasthan and keep it, you will not get 1.1 lakh crore. What was the issue? The issue is your Punjab Chief Minister, even he knows he will not get 1.1 lakh crore, even Supreme Court will not allow that. In order to just press the importance on this issue, they have invoked the colonial law. Colonial law means this where the background is. In 1920, during the British period of time, your Rajasthan, under the guidance of your British and also Punjab, they made one agreement. Okay, that was monitored by the British. What was the agreement? Means Rajasthan was having extremely water scarcity. So Rajasthan told, for each amount of water that I take from you, I will pay you money. Understanding how much water I take from you, that much amount of money I will pay you. This was there from 1920. This was going on up until 1960. Because here water sharing or water giving was treated as a commercial issue. Up until when? 1960 tak Rajasthan kept paying Punjab for water. But post year 1956 state reorganization happens, State Reorganization Act of 1956. After that, remember this concept of Interstate Water Dispute Council, all this will be set up. Then they introduced this word by 1960. The center in its constitution told, the water will be allocated. The water will be allocated in the sense, water is our national entity. It is the national lifeline. So it will be redistributed among the states. So if the water is a national entity, okay, then why should we consider it as a commercial entity? Okay, it is just the nation water which is being redistributed. So technically Punjab is not giving me the water. It is the water of India that Punjab and Rajasthan are sharing. So 1960 onwards, Rajasthan stopped paying for Punjab. Even Punjab knows that. But now just to give that oomph factor to the issue, now they are asking, give me 1.1 lakh crore. Then one more thing is, there is about something called as river water flowing through riparian states. Now let's say water originates here. It goes from state A to state B. Okay, water originates here, it flows to majority of your A only. Say here is where your B is beginning. So this much of water is there for A and A's consumption. This is what usually upper riparian states will call. The ocean, that is the not ocean, the river originates in my state. So I get the major stake of the river water. The issue here is Punjab is upper riparian state, Rajasthan is a lower riparian state. And also in the partition of Indus Valley, okay, your Indus water division pe, Rajasthan does not even come to a lower riparian state. Yet under Indira Gandhi, water was given to Rajasthan. Understanding? Now what Punjab is claiming means, see, you are telling Indira Gandhi water canal was extended for you, that is why we had to give you water back then. The scenario was different back then. Right now, Punjab is having huge water scarcity. Okay, states like Punjab, Maharashtra, all of them are facing huge water scarcities because of the crops they grow. Punjab grows rice, water intensive crop. Maharashtra grows large amount of your sugar cane. That is also water intensive crop. Because of this, their groundwater sources itself are depleted. So there is a huge water scarcity we are having. We can't give you the way that we were giving. Technically, how the Indira Gandhi had brokered this means, Rajasthan being a lower riparian state got the highest chunk of water. Okay, this they are telling, now we can't give that. If you want us to adhere to this, then we will go back to the 1920 principle and tell you give us 1.1 lakh crore. We know that is not applicable. Now you have to understand this is not going to be applicable. And in the anger, Punjab cancelled many of those interstate water agreements. Supreme Court came in and told, it is between two states. You alone don't have the right to cancel it. Understanding? This is the issue. Punjab is demanding 1.44 lakh crore from Rajasthan. Use of Satluj water since 1960. And the issue is the riparian state versus non-riparian state. Rajasthan is in the non-riparian state because of your groundwater crisis in Punjab, which has increased. Again, why? I told you, crop, everything that they are growing has depleted the resources.
And this riparian concept, it can be taken to the Kaveri river dispute between Karnataka and Tamil Nadu.
Kaveri, Tamil Nadu, your Kerala wanted to create safety nets for safety laws. Every state will be used with riparian concept only. But despite this, what the commissions will do means they will also consider the concept of people.
And non-riparian means even the river is not even passing.
Yes. Rajasthan pe one river doesn't even go there. And yet they are getting the highest chunk of water. Upper riparian, lower riparian means water is going through both. But lower riparian pe smaller quantity. Non-riparian water doesn't go to your state at all. Done? So 1920s agreement between Bikaner King and undivided Punjab. Water will go from your Sutlej river. Rajasthan paid with the royalty, that is huge amount of money up until 1960. But after 1960, it was treated as an interstate water dispute. One more issue with water is, your water as a concept is in state list. Interstate water is coming in union list. Your shipping, all this ocean, sea, etc. is coming under concurrent list. So, which brings all three of them into conflict. Okay. In Indus Water Treaty, India controls complete eastern rivers of Ravi, Beesan, Sutlej. This will allow internal distribution among the states. Ravi, Beesan, Sutlej will be redistributed among Indian states. So, this is not the river of any one particular state. That is why Rajasthan stopped paying royalty. 1981 tripartite agreement was formed between Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan. Total 17.17 cusecs of water per. Rajasthan will get 8.6 cusecs of water, and it is a non-riparian state. So because of that, they even built Indira Gandhi Canal to your Rajasthan. Understanding? In this, Punjab is now telling upper riparian, lower riparian, we are conflicting, that is fine. For certain rivers, they are riparians. You are a non-riparian and getting the largest share is not correct. Done? We'll move ahead. So Punjab terminated all the agreements in 2004, and the Supreme Court reinstated, telling that you alone don't have the right to bring or cut down any of the interstate agreements because two or more states were involved. Then what happened? The aspect of where is the water. State list pe water is there for irrigation, canal, water storage. Union list pe interstate rivers are there. In Article 262, there was the setting up of Parliament adjudicates water disputes by setting up Interstate River Dispute Council. Court's jurisdiction will be barred here because whatever solution that is given by Interstate Water Dispute Council is equivalent to the decision of Supreme Court. So finally, Interstate River Water Disputes Act 1956, tribunal can be formed. The award, whatever they give, is binding on the respective states and is equivalent to Supreme Court order. So there is no appeals to this. So wherever you say water, there and all conflict will be there. Okay. Riparian principle means states through which river water flows. Okay. The upper riparian states claim priority because the water originates there, flows to there. Non-riparian state is in this case Rajasthan pe, where the water does not even flow, but they are getting a chunk of water. So what is the issues we are having interstate water disputes? Again, population growth, paddy sugar cultivations, paddy Punjab, sugarcane, Maharashtra, groundwater depletion, political factors, and delay in tribunals giving the awards. Important cases are your Kaveri case, river was declared as a national asset and not only belonging to any one chunk. Punjab agreement case where your Supreme Court struck down, telling that no state alone can cancel interstate agreements. It is 2 or 3 states depending. We'll see one possible question in this. With reference to water governance in India, consider the following statements. Water is a stateless subject. Yes, water is a stateless subject. Interstate water is union list. The central government can regulate interstate rivers in public interest. Yes, they are the one who is setting up the commission. No? The Supreme Court has exclusive jurisdiction over interstate river water dispute. They have zero jurisdiction. They are barred from having any jurisdiction. 1 and 2 only. Last topic, UN IGME report on child mortality. Done? So there is nothing new about this report. There is only same thing telling that throughout the world there has been a reduced growth in trying to control the mortality of children, anemia in women, and in pregnancy and your menstruations. And also one more thing is, among all this, India has shown consistent growth. India has not reached the target of going through your sustainable development goals. Sustainable development goal 3 speaks about equitable health. We have not reached the target, but we are the only one who are still progressing compared to your sub-African countries and South Asian countries. This report is released by United Nations Interagency Group for your child mortality estimations. The report tells the levels and trends in child mortality in 2025. India is recognized as a global exemplar in reducing child mortality. All these are too much high sounding words. Okay, we have not reached the target, but we are told that we are progressing. That is why we are called global exemplar. This is in my words. Huh? No, otherwise also it is too much of a overstretch. Okay. What are the highlights? Under 5 deaths in 2024 were 4.9 million. Newborn deaths were 2.3 million. 5 to 24 years were dying with 2.1 million. Highest death was your sub-Saharan countries, 58% of death. The second was your South Asia, 25%. The progress slowed down after 2015. Why? Because all the states, especially sub-Saharan states, reduced the funding, inequality, and also with respect to the reach of the schemes. Malnutrition data, this was for the very first time that they introduced, where severe acute malnutrition caused 5% of deaths in children from 1 to 59 months. And also malnutrition is given because malnutrition means where they do not have adequate energy in their own body to continue living. Okay, that is why it is called severe acute malnutrition, which leads to weak immunity, which leads to infection deaths. Okay, now these are malnutrition deaths are preventable deaths. Okay, the malnutrition is not just because the child is not having in the first 1 to few weeks, let's say 6 months. What do you think the child is consuming? Only mother's milk, which means the mother herself is extremely anemic and having undernutrition. What is the major cause of child death? 0 to 28 days is called as neonatal death. This is happening because of preterm birth. That is, child is not born in the complete 9-month term. That is called preterm birth, before that. Another is birth complications. Say another 21% of death is happening, largely which is seen in your sub-Saharan countries. They are dying is because of pneumonia, diarrhea and malaria. All these are preventable. Next, what is India's performance? This is why that global exemplar. Under 5 rates 2024, under 5 maternal death has reduced to 27. Maternal mortality rate has reduced to 17. Infant mortality rate has reduced to 23.3. Okay. We are comparing 1990 data and 2024 data. Obviously, we will look global exemplar only. But there could be much more done. If you see your National Health Family Survey, NHFS 4 and 5, not too much changes has happened. What are the mortality indicators? Why are people dying? Neonatal mortality means death happens within 28 days of birth of the child. This is per 1000 live births, how many children are dying is what your neonatal mortality rate is. Infant mortality rate is death happens before 1 year. Under 5 mortality rate is, as this it tells, before the age of 5, how many people are dying. Maternal mortality rate is how many mothers are dying because of pregnancy related complications. Okay. India's MMR is 97 per lakh. Of 1 lakh people, only 97 people are dying. SDG target tells that you have to reduce it to 70 by 2030. We are even nowhere close nearby to that. It looks like it's just 97, but this 97 is not exact data. Majority of the data is not something that we get in real time basis. Okay. Now, why is India having this exemplar success? We liked this data very much because it didn't show India in the bad limelight. Whichever data shows us in bad limelight, we tell that is political vendetta against India. One is because of promoting institutional delivery or hospital deliveries. Now these schemes, these are genuinely good schemes, but issues are there in that also. Janani Suraksha Yojana, institutional delivery is promoted, 6,000 cash incentive is given in order to have free hospital, government hospital delivery. And immunization, universal immunization program and Mission Indradhanush, excellent scheme. This was the one that helped India into reducing your polio, diphtheria, whooping cough, all this thing. Newborn care, specialized newborn care units or tele-SN NICU, okay. NCU means your newborn critical, that is someone who is born in premature birth, before 9-month delivery. Nutrition is Poshan Abhiyan, Anemia Mukt Bharat, ICDS, that is Integrated Child Development Services, PM Matru Vandana Yojana, that is you try to give nutrition food for mother also for first 100 days of her delivery. National Food Security Act, wherein you will give subsidized food grains because of your economic status, BPL family and Antyodaya families. Antyodaya family is poorest of poor sections. Next, promote breastfeeding programs with Mother's Absolute Affection program. That is compulsorily at least 6 months a child should be only breastfed or mother milk fed. Next is grassroots health workers are the one who are promoting these schemes to the rural areas, who are Asha workers and Anganwadi workers. Okay. What are the major challenges for India? High neonatal deaths is still observed, malnutrition continues, maternal anemia is 57%. More than half of the people are anemic. In your UP, Bihar, MP, high mortality is there. Okay. Why? Because equitable amount of share has not been done with regarding to health. Lack of SNQ, that is your concept of kangaroo care. For children born in preterm labor, they have to provide kangaroo care. Constant human touch has to be provided, and also your neonatal facilities. They can't breathe on their own, so all that facilities has to be there. Pneumonia and diarrhea related deaths are higher. Wash problems are one of the major things, that is water and sanitation issues. Okay, there are 3 things about wash: water, sanitation and hygiene. If you deal with these 3 alongside your good food, okay, and clean air, 70% of communicable diseases can be resolved in India. Poor quality of care, again because there is no equality of treatment throughout all the states in India. And last is SDG pressure. We are pressured to reach 70 by your 2030, but we are still in very large issues. So what are the SDG targets for 2030? You have to reduce under 5 mortality rate by 25. NMR, neonatal mortality rate below 12, maternal mortality rate below 70. Your global equity health is in SDG 3. We'll see one question. With reference to mortality indicators, consider the following statements. Neonatal mortality rate refers to death within first 28 days of life. Infant mortality rate refers to death within first 5 years of life. No, that is 1 year. Infant mortality, nahi? This is under 5 mortality. Under 5 mortality rate refers to deaths before the age of 5 years. So the correct option is 1 and 3 only. Okay, with this we're done with the topic. Any doubts, anything you don't understand? Online class, any doubts? We'll end the session.